Welcome to BookPods. Today we are diving deep into a really powerful memoir, Eddie Jaku's The Happiest Man on Earth, The Beautiful Life of an Auschwitz Survivor.
Hmm.
And our mission really is to try and understand something that seems like a paradox. How does a man who survived the absolute worst of humanity find a path not just to live, but to find profound intentional joy?
The title itself asks that question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a philosophical challenge right from the cover.
It is.
And this man, Eddie Jaku, born in Leipzig, Germany in 1920, he starts his life with this very strong sense of national pride.
Right, he saw himself as a German, a patriotic one.
Absolutely. And that security, that sense of belonging is what makes the betrayal that follows so total.
That context is just so crucial. He was raised in this close-knit Jewish family, but they were deeply invested in German values, hard work, discipline.
Education, he felt, and this is his own words, more German than Jewish.
And then it was all just ripped away.
Completely. The turning point, of course, was Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass in 1938.
And he wasn't even there at first, was he? He was away.
He was. He was studying under false name, Walter Schleif, to try and avoid the persecution that was already building. He comes home.
And finds what?
Just absolute devastation. His family home ransacked, his parents forced into hiding, and in a detail that's just so heartbreaking, he finds his little pet dachshund Lulu had been killed.
It wasn't just breaking glass, was it? It was breaking a person's entire identity.
It was a violent declaration,
Yeah.
a message that you as a Jew are no longer welcome. You are no longer protected. You are not German anymore.
And the descent from there was immediate.
Immediate. That very same night, he's arrested and taken to Buchenwald.
Yeah.
And that's where the dehumanization begins. Stripped of his name, given a number.
But even right there, in that first horrible moment, we see this flicker of ingenuity that will define his life.
We do. He has this lucky escape, as he calls it. He meets a soldier who actually values his mechanical skills.
So his trade saved him.
In a way, yes. It got him out of the camp to work in Nazi factories, which then gave him the opening to attempt an escape with his father.
But escaping a camp wasn't the end of the struggle. Not even close.
Oh, not at all. The next few years are just this relentless series of captures and escapes. He's trying to get his family back together in Belgium, but he's arrested again, sent to a Belgian camp, then a French one called Gurs. It's just constant peril.
And then he gets this one brief, just agonizingly short moment of happiness.
He finds them. He reunites with his family, hiding in an attic in Belgium. But it's so short-lived.
They were reported.
They were
Yeah?
arrested and then put on that train to Auschwitz. He calls this the true downfall.
Let's talk about that train journey because it's an incredible story of resilience in itself. 9 days.
9 days in a cramped, stifling carriage. 150 men, women, and children with no food and just one barrel of water.
It's a death sentence.
It should have been. But this is where his father steps in. He
Mhm.
takes control of the chaos. He meticulously cuts 150 tiny squares of paper
Paper squares. Why?
to create a rationing system. He made sure every single person got one rationed cup of water twice a day. It was this small act of organized humanity.
It wasn't just about hydration then. It was about morale, about dignity.
Exactly. It was a statement that we are still a community. We will look after each other. And the result, only 2 people died in their car.
While other cars.
Other cars had fatality rates as high as 40%. That small act of structured fairness saved dozens of lives.
But then you arrive at Auschwitz, and all that hope, that shared humanity, it just vanishes.
It's extinguished. The sorting on the platform is immediate. It's merciless. Young and fit, like Eddie, go one way to labor.
But what else?
Older people, children, his parents. They were sent straight to the gas chambers. He lost them without even a chance to say goodbye.
How does anyone survive that?
He found an anchor. His friend, Kurt. They'd met back during Kristallnacht, and their bond became his absolute lifeline in Auschwitz.
That looked out for each other.
They shared everything. Food, clothes, but more importantly, that crucial emotional support. They reminded each other that they were still human. In a place designed to make you feel alone, their friendship was an act of rebellion.
And that bond is tested almost immediately in January 1945, the Death March.
Yes, Auschwitz is being evacuated. They're forced to march in the freezing cold. Kurt starts to weaken. He can't go on.
And Eddie has to make an impossible choice.
He does. He finds a hiding place for Kurt and has to continue on alone. First his parents, now potentially his best friend. The will to keep going is just, it's staggering.
And then comes another one of these miraculous escapes.
A second one, yes,
Mhm.
from a different train. He crawls through a drainage pipe to get out, And the detail he remembers is just chilling.
The barrel lids?
The barrel lids. He wedges 2 wooden lids around himself to survive the freezing night, and when he wakes up, they are riddled with bullet holes.
It's just sheer luck combined with this unbelievable will to live.
It is. But he's not safe yet. He spends weeks alone trying to survive by eating slugs and snails, which just makes him sicker,
Until he's finally found.
by American soldiers. He's literally crawling toward a road. He weighs only 28 kilograms, that's about 60 pounds. He has typhoid and cholera.
The doctors gave him, what, a 35% chance of survival?
That's right. And this, right here, is maybe the most important moment in the entire book. Lying in that hospital bed, he makes a promise.
To the nurses.
To the nurses, to himself, maybe to God. He says, if I live, I will be a force for good in the world. He chooses his purpose before he even knows if he'll survive.
That choice is the whole story, isn't it? Because after liberation, he wasn't happy. Not at all.
No, he was devastated. He was alone. He was grappling with this enormous question.
Yeah.
How do you even begin again after that?
And he realized survival wasn't enough.
It wasn't the final step. He had to make a conscious choice every single morning to live a life rooted in hope, not in anger or sorrow, to see every single day as a gift.
And rebuilding that life started with connection.
It did. He finds his sister, Henny, and then, astonishingly, he finds Kurt. His friend survived. That gave him a new reason to live. And then he meets Flor Malou, a Greek Jewish woman who also survived the war. They marry and decide to leave Europe behind.
They go to Australia for a completely fresh start.
A fresh start to build a family free from the trauma of Europe. And this is where he develops the core of his philosophy.
Forgiveness, which seems like the hardest part of all.
It's arguably the most difficult lesson for anyone to absorb. And he was very clear. Forgiveness was not about excusing the Nazis.
No.
It was about self-liberation. He realized that holding on to hatred only hurt him. It kept him a prisoner of the past. To be truly happy, he had to let it go.
And by letting it go, he was able to turn his experience into something positive, a beacon.
Absolutely. After decades of silence, he felt it was his duty to speak. He helped create the Sydney Jewish Museum and became a storyteller.
His message being that resilience isn't just surviving, it's thriving.
It's choosing love over hate, hope over despair. It's all about these intentional choices.
I think we can distill his wisdom into a few really powerful lessons. The first one has to be that the sweetest revenge is just living a joyful life.
Yes, he celebrated his 100th birthday, his 75th wedding anniversary. Hitler is long gone. Eddie Jaku lived, and he lived happily. That's the ultimate victory.
And two, that forgiveness is really a form of freedom. It's a gift you give yourself.
And third, the importance of gratitude. Being thankful for the small things, like a cup of coffee or a warm bed, because you know what it's like to have absolutely nothing.
And finally, that community is survival, that friendship, solidarity, that's stronger than any system designed to break you.
At its core, Eddie Jaku's story is this incredible testament to the human spirit. It shows us that happiness isn't something that happens to you. It's a discipline. It's a choice you practice every day.
So we'll turn this back to you, our listener. If Eddie Jaku proved that happiness is an intentional choice, even in the darkest circumstances, what one small thing in your own life are you going to choose to approach with that kind of profound gratitude and purpose today?